So here I am, breaking my balls over the new Electronic Entertainment Expo. You've probably heard of it, one way or another. So what is it? Well, just the biggest developer convention of the whole year. But it's not like GDC, the Game Developer Convention, where only journalists and magazine editors attend the presentation. No, it is open to everyone, and let me tell you, they're busting out the big motherfuckers of video gaming. We got Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty Ghosts, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, Arma 3, Batman Arkham Origins, Battlefield 4, Beyond Two Souls, Combat of Heroes 2, Daisy Standalone, FIFA 14, Saints Row 4, Watch Dogs, and of course, Yoshi's Island, which undeniably kicks everybody's ass. So how am I going to cover them all? Well, when the hell did I ever say that I'm going to cover everything? I'm just naming a few of them. At least the games that I think are mentionable and are going to have an impact on the world of gaming. I'm also going to state my subjective opinion on all of this, and I'm also curious on what you guys think of this. Was traveling all the way to California really worth it? And is it okay that you can just watch all the released footage on the internet? Now seriously, I want to know. Some of the games are horrendous, and I'd love to see you bash them in really hard. Go for it. So how am I going to do it? I'm simply going over it one by one. So I'm going to start out with the FIFA games. Just not only the FIFA games, but also the sporting games in general. The games that are released by our beloved game company, Electronic A-Class Assholish Antagonistic Antisocial So-Called Arts. If fucking us over continuously is considered an art, that is. Like every year, they are publishing a series of sports games, from football to hockey to basketball. We got it all. And now they are showing up with their new engine, which is stated to improve the gaming experience. I say screw that, just keep on making the same FIFA games. This is the only kind of series where I am okay with rehashing the same content every year, because in all honesty, there is no innovation needed. The game is good as it is, but what do I know, I freaking hate football. At best, I consider it watchable when you see your own classmates playing football in PE class. But on TV? Like, hell no. What does that even have to do with playing football? Like, with actually playing football. Oh, you want my opinion about the game? Well, I said it already. It should stay the same, and if I'm not familiarized with the games too much, I can't perform any decent coverage. I'm sorry. Off to the next one. It's Call of Duty. They haven't given up, have they? Well, why should they? These games are making an enormous amount of money every year. It's crazy. This game has to be good, right? Ah, Call of Duty. It has been raged upon so often, I better keep my mouth shut. I'm going to stay objective on this one. I'm not going to say anything about the game's quality, but more about my theory of why this game is so popular with the crowd. Wondering what it is? It's easy and not even worth a discussion. At least not a discussion of this magnitude, really. It's the simplicity and fast-paced action. Do I deserve a medal now? Well, no. Many people say it's the kids that keep this game so hot selling. Well, there are definitely a lot of kids involved. And I also saw some of them on the Xbox version of Black Ops. And no, it's not because it's consoles. It's just not reasonable for kids to have fucking $1,000 gaming PCs. They neither have the need nor the knowledge for something like a PC just for gaming. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's as simple as right-clicking your game in the Steam library and having it checked for its game cache. They don't even know what that is. And it's not their goddamn fault. Why would they want to make things complicated? What would you as a kid rather choose? A $250 gaming system, maybe even cheaper, where you pop in the disc and off you go? And on top of that, it lasts for a good amount of time. Or a $600 PC that you need to install your game on, take care of, resolve possible issues that might occur because you are not meeting some kind of requirement. It's not like it's a bad thing. Please don't get me wrong. That's the nature of PCs. At least this way, you will learn how to solve problems or how to act when something is missing. You are learning stuff. That's a good thing. But why would you want to learn stuff when you are exclusively looking for gaming and nothing else? Gaming and entertainment. It's so obvious why there are more kids there. It's just a more rational choice. Now I went a little off topic here and I discussed the kids, but it's all connected to the reason why it's so possible. It's just because casual gamers want a simple and cheap gaming machine. It's also the simplistic, and bear in mind I'm saying this in a positive way here, and fast-paced instant action the people are looking for, but without too many bugs or unnecessary features that are just standing in the way. Nice and simple. You just get in there and shoot people. If you think of FPS, you think of shooting people. Yeah, that is kind of my statement here. It might not sound too good or very prejudgmental, but don't lie to yourself. If you think of yellow flowers growing while hearing the term FPS, then you are simply in denial, I'm sorry. That also explains the small maps. The problem is, it's the other things that most developers that are inspired by Call of Duty do wrong. Either it isn't running smooth enough, or the gunplay feels wrong, or Call of Duty has become too huge for any competition. That's likely the case. Because I see many good games out there, and often they don't want to be played. As in, to such an extent as Call of Duty. And of course I mean no other arcade shooter. I'm well aware that there are other shooters out there who target a specific audience, and not the biggest audience, namely everyone above 18, like Call of Duty does for the sake of money. Which is good for business, but I'm getting way off topic now. Off to the competitor, Battlefield 4. It's not a saint either, but that's not what gaming is about, is it? Gaming hasn't always been like this, but we can't change the way companies are making money nowadays, so screw it. I'm getting to the point straight away. I really like what they did with integrating whole collapsible skyscrapers and more interactive maps in general. But saying that I like it doesn't mean it's necessary for another Battlefield to be released. Like, let me show you one thing. Get this. Endgame. The last DLC for the predecessor, Battlefield 3, was released on March 26th, 2013. And don't give me that pre-release platform premium bullshit, that doesn't count. Now the teaser trailer for Battlefield 4 popped out no longer than 1 day later. 1 day! That is ridiculous. Are they so busy on releasing the next Battlefield game? These are blockbuster titles and require a lot of work. Infinity Ward and Treyarch release a new Call of Duty every 2 years. I mean, every studio is working 2 years on the next title. And that's still not enough for such a, well, big title. But DICE are really getting gang raped by their oh so wonderful publisher. I mean, we know EA has tight deadlines, but this is just wrong. That's 18 months per Battlefield. That kind of proves my point. And on top of that, they are sitting at Mirror's Edge 2, another game. DICE now has 2 games they have to work on. Off to the actual game. We got new maps, weapons, vehicles, lots of add-ons because we are in need of extra content, aren't we? And of course, improved graphics. Well, that's all nice and dandy, but nothing has changed severely.
Let's leave commander mode alone for a sec, shall we?
That's not really something new since it has been in existence for 8 years now. What I mean is the overall presentation feeling of the game. There are no real changes, and why would there? The last new engine they put up was Frostbite 2, which was released simultaneously with Battlefield 3. Yeah, a new engine after not even 2 years. Is it such a huge deal why there is no improvement? No. Like seriously, take a look at the new trailer, go to the Battlefield channel, click on the multiplayer gameplay, turn on 1080p, preferably on a PC, and tell me what you see. Like, honestly, do you see any huge improvement? You would have to be brain dead to see any. Although I must say, the collapsing skyscraper is the tits. Well, so much for the multiplayer. Not gonna say anything about a single player though. If they put such an emphasis on online gaming, then screw what they did with the campaign. When I see a good offline game, I'm seeing it. And yeah, that is my coverage. I don't have anything else to say. It's Battlefield. Alright, Tom Clancy's The Division. I really like this one. First I thought that the in-game voices are actual voices recorded for the game. They're so dynamic, but it turned out it's an online RPG shooter. It's Tom Clancy after all. Okay, they just bought the rights to call it that, but whatever.
I just want to say that I like the open world online part of it, and all in all, it sounds pretty solid.
Halo 5. Played Halo maybe once. Great story, even though I hate futuristic settings. Well, although I play PlanetSide, but well, yeah, Halo's pretty decent. The rest, well, fuck the rest. It never came out for PC besides the first one, so I'm not going to be bothered with covering it. DayZ. Oh boy, looking forward to that thing all year. It originally was a zombie apocalypse mod for Arma 2, a military simulation developed by Bohemia Interactive, now also working on Arma 3. I've been playing the mod for quite a while and it's a ton of fun. Very intense once you meet fellow or, well, not so fellow survivors. It's all PvP, player versus player, you see. You can shoot anyone on sight, whenever you want, and that's what makes you shit your pants so hard. And for the standalone DayZ, they remade everything from scratch. And due to that, the animations are looking a bit bulky at the moment. They definitely have to work on that, but I can't say much about it anyway. It is in pre-alpha, and that's something you can fix until the game's release. So I'm keeping my hopes up. It's great to see folks continuously work on a title until every bug is ironed out, and the product is ready. Like, really ready to hit the market. And all for an attractive price. Funny thing is, it still beats the competition, although it's an independent title. Minecraft proved it, and I expect DayZ to blow our minds in the same way. The consoles. Well, the consoles. Do I need to say anything else other than Microsoft got their fucking asses handed to them? Man! I think 9gag summed this whole console war up pretty good. Personally, I got no specific stance. I just buy whatever works best for me. I gotta say though, the Xbox One, like they say, is all in one. It comes with Kinect, you switch between music, movies, games. It's got all that. The price is justified, but DRM and use games restrictions still kills the whole thing. I really wanted to say more about it. Hey, I also expected Microsoft to put more of a fight, but they just immediately lost. Come on, it's ridiculous. It really sounds like I'm biased or something. Well, yeah, in a way I am. But actually I'm not. The PS4 is superior in every way as a gaming console. Isn't that what it's supposed to be? Oh, I'm sorry. The Xbox is an entertainment system. Microsoft, you don't make the rules. Nobody does. This is a gaming industry. You can't just go in there and change the rules and make it all about movies and music. It's just not about that. That shit doesn't work. Maybe you did succeed with adding Netflix and all that shit. But that was after the release of the 360. Way after it. And the price also dropped at $250 by now. But this is a brand new release, and you were implementing this whole multimedia thing that you're trying to prove from the very beginning, and also give us no other choice than to buy that stupid gimmicky Kinect sensor that watches little kids whenever they jack off to Halle Berry or something. But in this case, we also have the choice of making the right decision, and since we are gamers and the PS4 is focused on gaming, it's unlikely that we are going for Xbox. Think we're stupid or something? What can I say for the press conferences Sony and Microsoft had and the games they presented there? Well, a few games and your stupid answers won't change my mind about the consoles. It doesn't make the Xbox cheaper, so screw them, that's irrelevant. But GTA 5 comes with a headset if you buy a PS3 though, that's awesome. Okay, I'll stop. The PlayStation is clearly the superior console. Microsoft overdid it this time and can stick their dancers into the inner side of their ass crack. Nintendo sucks, E3 spams my sub box, Nintendo still sucks, and you just viewed this video.